Have you ever wondered that one of the biggest hidden mysteries in Bluey is that she has a crush on the future dad of her puppy since the very first episodes of the series? Chiles Mark. Let's start by talking about a super fun and curious moment involving Chili, our protagonist's mom. But no, we're not talking about that hilarious time she pretended to go to an imaginary bathroom right in the middle of the living room. That moment is funny, but there's another one that really catches our attention. In one episode, Chili takes the girls to visit the place where she grew up. In this setting, she soon starts playing hunter with her father and daughters, claiming that nobody can hide from her in that place because she knows every corner of the area like the back of her hand. And the best part is that Grandpa Mort confirms this claim. Shortly after, they all end up going to a swamp filled with giant tree roots. It's then that, if you look closely, you'll notice something amazing. Chili's name is carved into one of the huge roots, right above Bingo's head. Chili probably marked that place during her childhood, maybe when she was Bluey's age. This just reinforces how adventurous she has always been, exploring every part of the place where she grew up. It's further proof of the fearless spirit of the girl's mother. This is just the first of many hidden secrets in Bluey that we will reveal in this video. Let's uncover a little more of the amazing Bluey universe. Is Radley adopted? Let's continue with an intriguing theory that has been circulating on the internet. Could it be that Radley, Bandit's older brother, is adopted? Although this has never been officially confirmed, there are hints that lead fans to believe it. What mainly fuels the adoption theory is the significant difference between Radley and the rest of the Healer family. His fur is much lighter and has bluish tones, something we don't see in any other family member, whether siblings, father, or mother. In the world of Bluey, the creators often make a visual connection between parents and children through the colors of their fur. For example, Bluey looks like Bandit, Bingo looks like Chili, and so on. However, Radley doesn't follow this pattern, which strengthens this theory. Is Radley really adopted? Only time will tell. Crush. Indeed, even the charming Australian pup has a crush on someone special. Many people adore the couple Bluey and Jean-Luc, the friendly Canadian dog she met during a camping trip. But what many don't know is that there's a clear hint about who she really likes, and it shows up in an episode where Bluey is dreaming. During the dream, we see Bluey flying with some of her favorite animals, bats. At one point, we pass by Mackenzie sleeping peacefully in her room. Now, it's worth remembering that this is all a dream, so we can say that Mackenzie was literally in Bluey's dreams. Let's be honest, between us, who hasn't had a crush on a playmate or classmate? Bluey, we're with you on this. If this has ever been your case, comment down below crush so we can know. Queensland. Have you noticed the license plate on the Healer family car? Besides the numbers and letters, there's a small symbol between the number 419 and the letters HLR that few viewers have caught. If you pay close attention, you'll see that this symbol also appears enlarged on another car in the parking lot, right next to one of the taillights. This figure is actually a reference to the state where Bluey takes place, Queensland. Bluey and her friends live in Brisbane, the capital of Queensland, one of Australia's 6 states. If we look closely, we'll notice that the symbol on the license plate is identical to the geographical shape of the state of Queensland. License plate. Still talking about the Healer family's license plate, have you noticed the numbers and letters? The combination 419HLR might seem common at first glance, but it hides an interesting meaning. Of course, the HLR is an abbreviation of the family surname Healer. But what about the numbers? The number 419 has a connection to the colors used to animate the characters. Each color is represented by a specific code, and 419 is the code for a lighter shade of blue, very similar to the one used for Bandit and Bluey. Cool, right? Strategy games. Have you ever noticed the incredible details that the creators of Bluey put into each episode? It's fascinating how the personal tastes of the production team pop up here and there, often going unnoticed by most people. A perfect example occurs in one of the series' most iconic episodes, where the Healer family visits the supermarket. In a very quick scene, while Bluey, Bingo, and the other characters pass by the shelves, there's a reference that only the most attentive fans can catch. If you pay close attention, you'll see three very interesting names: Dimitri, Claude, and Edelgard. These three names are not there by chance. They are, in fact, a direct reference to the three house leaders from the famous RPG game Fire Emblem Three Houses, released in 2019. This highly popular game was a hit both in Japan and in the West, and the mentioned characters are central figures in the storyline. Definitely, someone on the Bluey production team is a fan of strategy games. War hero? Among the various details we can see throughout the 3 seasons of Bluey, there's something very special related to Grandpa Mort, Chili's father, whom we've already mentioned in this video. In several scenes, we see 2 pictures that are part of the family's home decor, and one of them is quite interesting. If you pay attention, you'll see a photo of Grandpa Mort when he was young, wearing military clothing. But the most impressive detail doesn't stop there. Grandpa Mort not only served in the army, but he was also a true war hero. We can confirm this by the medal that is carefully placed on top of the armchair next to the family room door. This medal is not just any decoration. In fact, it is the Victoria Cross, the highest military honor in the UK, awarded only to soldiers who have demonstrated exceptional courage in combat against the enemy. To give you an idea of how rare this medal is, since the end of World War II, only 4 have been awarded to Australian soldiers, and one of those is in the Healer household. This means that Grandpa Mort is a true legend of the Australian Army. Isn't that an incredible detail? A testament that the girl's grandpa has a heroic past that few know about: health. This is a detail that frequently appears in the Healer family, particularly related to Bandit's family genetic heritage. And we're not just talking about an isolated case, but several factors that draw significant attention. The first one isn't a disease per se, but seems to be a disorder, perhaps of neurological origin, that affects Socks, Bluey's younger cousin. She was the only character in the series who behaved like a real dog, while the other family members act like humans. Socks walked on all 4s, chewed on objects, and even bit people, which sets her apart from the other characters in the show. This has generated several theories among fans, many believing that Socks may have some behavioral disorder, such as autism, for example. Another relevant point involves Bingo, who is shown hospitalized in one episode, being accompanied by her mother, Chili. During the episode, we see doctors and nurses taking care of her, but the exact reason for her hospitalization is never mentioned. A popular theory suggests that Bingo might have some eating issue, such as gluten or lactose intolerance. In another episode, we see Bandit preparing the girls' snacks differently, which may indicate that they have different dietary needs. Another health mystery involves Grandpa Bob, who has appeared very little in the series. Still, we can notice that in the few times we've seen him, he shows signs of severe memory problems, forgetting even that Bingo, his granddaughter, had been born. Could this be related to the fact that he has a piece missing from one of his ears? These health secrets and theories remain unconfirmed. But who knows? Maybe the series will reveal more about these themes in the future. And to make sure you'll know everything when this is discovered, subscribe to the channel. After all, here we talk about all the news in the world of Bluey, Karate Kid. In a very interesting episode, we see Bluey, Bingo, and Bandit going about their routine of taking out the trash. What stands out in this episode is that right at the beginning, Bluey is seen wearing a karate gi, which hints that she's starting to practice martial arts. In fact, while Bandit chats with Bingo, we can spot Bluey doing some characteristic martial arts moves, suggesting she's practicing what she learned in her classes, which seem to be just beginning. By the end of the episode, something surprising happens. Bluey appears wearing a yellow belt, which is the next one after the white belt. This indicates that the little blue puppy has progressed in her lessons and is making strides in her martial arts training. Thus, it's clear that Bluey not only practices martial arts, but is also becoming increasingly skilled. Money. Another intriguing detail in the series is that, in several episodes, Bandit and Chili make it a point to teach Bluey and Bingo about the value of money. There's even a limit of $5 that gets mentioned multiple times throughout the series. You might be wondering, But this money doesn't look real since it's pink and not green like American dollars. The answer lies in the origin of the money. What we see in the series isn't American dollars, but Australian dollars, which actually has a pink $5 note. The coolest part is that this $5 note featured in Bluey really exists in Australia, and it even has Queen Elizabeth's face on it. So, the money shown in the cartoon is a canine version of Australian dollars, which is yet another fun detail in the series, demonstrating the creator's attention to reality. It was great to highlight these little details for you, and we're sure you loved learning about them. Just like we know you'll enjoy the videos we have linked here on the screen. Just click and keep having fun with more secrets and trivia.